Hello, my beautiful duckling. Today I want to talk to you about manifesting a celebrity. How do you manifest a celebrity? There are certain tips that I think that you need to know first. Uh, Tips that will make your life a little bit easier, I hope. And then two specific tools that I would use, but I would do it in a different format if you were wanting to manifest a celebrity. This is Susie, your beautiful swan queen. Welcome back to the garden. When you are manifesting a celebrity, they are always getting people to manifest them. So you need to stand out somehow. So what we do, if it's not working, we need to stop. Most of us are going to be commenting on every post, every video, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We're going to be all over their page and we're going to be commenting. And what exactly are you commenting that is going to cause you to stand out? Um, what exactly are you doing that differentiates you from the rest of their fans? But first, a couple of tips. Tip number one, yes, I have on makeup today, but you cannot be afraid to be all natural if you are a woman who wears makeup, because you are going to wake up in the morning with them, and one of two things is going to happen. Your hair is going to be a mess and you have no makeup on, or your hair is going to be a mess and your makeup is smeared. You don't want to be setting an alarm, getting up an hour before they do, going in and doing all of your hair and makeup behind a locked bathroom door so they don't see you all natural. So you cannot be afraid to go out in public with no makeup on. Granted, the majority of the time I have makeup on, but when I did landscaping, I had no makeup on, because if you're mowing lawns and it's 100 degrees out, this isn't going to stay no matter what tools or tips you tell me. In 100 degrees, sweating your butt off, my makeup's going to go bye-bye. Number two, you live in a fishbowl when you are married to a celebrity. Meghan Markle thought she could handle it being married to Prince Harry. She manifested growing up and marrying a prince. She got her prince. She was already a celebrity. The fishbowl, instead of being this big, became this big. You are going to be living in one. So you have to prepare yourself for that fishbowl. The no makeup for women, photographers love to catch us at our worst. Everybody is not your enemy, because I might be taking a picture of the 4-year-old and posting it on my Facebook, not realizing you're in the background fighting with your celebrity spouse. And all of a sudden, that is the focus and not my beautiful little 4-year-old. You are going to have people that are going to tell you things that aren't true because they want to be in your position. You are going to have stories blown so far out of proportion, even family is going to question you as to what is really going on in said relationship. That fishbowl, everybody thinks they're prepared for it. You're not. Because the good things are great, but you have to take a page from Colonel Parker's book when he told Elvis, son, it doesn't matter what they say about you as long as they spell your name right, and don't read it. Don't read it, don't buy into it, don't believe it, because you can't constantly come at your celebrity and be like, the press says you're cheating on me. This person says you're cheating on me. This person says you're doing that. This person says you're doing that. That's not going to work in a real relationship. It's not going to work in a celebrity relationship anymore, but you're going to get it 1,000 times more. So you have to physically be prepared for the fishbowl. The third tip, be 100% you. Authentic, natural, raw you. Because somebody manifesting me feeds me a line of bull. They tell me that they can go all night long, that they have the greatest job in the world. They don't have any arguments. They have no hidden things in their background. Well, the press will dig it up. So I'm not saying sit down at the first dinner and dump every bad thing you've ever done on them, because celebrities like bad boys, celebrities like bad girls, celebrities date and marry former criminals who have reformed, ex-cons, celebrities date and marry former porn stars. What they don't do is marry liars. So if you're going to lie about your life, don't get caught, because it's going to bite you in the butt, big time. So when you are being 100% real, no makeup if you're a woman, no hitting the bars every night, going home with another person, both guys and girls, no amplifying yourself to make you look better. Because if you say, you know, I work in a call center and that's your real job, but you tell them, oh no, I work at this place, if they show up at that place, you're not there. So be honest, more so in this relationship than a normal relationship, because the press will find out. I guarantee you they are going to find out exactly what it is that you're hiding. Now, when you are manifesting them, there are two techniques that I would use, and I would manifest them in steps. So the first technique that we would use would be yes. And I did a video on it. I'll link it. It's called The Power of Yes. Yes is a very powerful word. Yes, I manifested my celebrity. Yes, I'm dating my celebrity. Yes, I'm married to my celebrity crush. That is going to get you in a different state, story, energy, vortex, whatever the bleep you want to call it. And you need to be in that energetic state. So literally, with emotion, Alabama scored a touchdown, yes. You want to be, yes, I manifested my celebrity crush. Yes, I manifested my celebrity crush. But don't put them on a pedestal. You already have them on a pedestal, otherwise you wouldn't be looking for this video. 2, the next technique I would use is simply, I don't know how. So many people, and I have clients who are manifesting a celebrity, tell me, well, I know how to meet them. That's not a problem. How do I manifest them? Or I know how to manifest them, but I don't know how to meet them. You have to literally flush the how down the toilet. Throw it out with the bathwater and the baby in this case. Get rid of the word how am I going to do this, and change it to how do I do this. I don't know how I did this, but I did. Because that how takes the how do they knock on the door? How do they text me? How do we meet? How do I call? How do I manifest this relationship? Completely out of your vortex. So when you are using these two things, I would manifest them in steps. I know my end goal is to be married to said celebrity, or to be unhappily married to said celebrity. So Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell just celebrated 37 years together. They're not married, and they are the happiest unmarried couple in Hollywood. That is their name, their title. And they have maintained that for 37 years. So how do you manifest them? You go to the end. I have an amazing relationship with this person, but now you have to go back and be like a doctor or a nurse. And I do not know every step it takes to become a doctor or a full nurse practitioner or an RN. I know that there are general steps in my reality, and those general steps are, for a doctor, you go to college, you go to med school, you go to college, pre-med, med school. Then if you're doing a specialty, you would go to that. You're going to have to take a test. To pass that test, and then you're going to have to intern. To become a nurse, you have different levels of nurses. So you start out as low man on the totem pole, and you are the one who's on the front lines, actually physically in there, taking care of them, helping them bathe, shower, whatever they need. The RNs are making sure doctors' orders are followed. That much I do know. All of the different names of the nurses as they go up from the CNA to an RN, I do not know. So if I offend any doctors or nurses, I do apologize. That isn't my goal in this video. But you guys understand what I'm saying when I say manifest in steps. You don't go to state boards, take a test, and bam, you're a doctor. You have to go through the steps of the schooling to become the doctor. You have to go through the steps of the schooling to become a nurse, an RN, and then if you want to become a nurse practitioner. So your steps are always from the end. I am a doctor. I am an RN. I am a nurse practitioner. But you step back and you take the first class. You take the second year. You do the third year. Whatever it takes to become that doctor. So in manifesting a celebrity, you guys are going to need proof that you are manifesting the celebrity and it's working. Again, it's something you need to throw out. You need to start saying it's easy to manifest this person. It's easy to catch their attention. I don't know why it's easy. I don't know how it's easy, but it is. Your question has to be, why is it so easy to manifest this person? Why do I easily get their attention? Why do I easily have an amazing relationship with them? But you need to manifest communication. So I don't know how I got to communicate with my celebrity crush, but I did. I don't know how I got to talk to them, but I did. I don't know how it came about, but it did. And then you can go from step 1 of how to step 2, why, to step 3, I am. My camera's acting a little weird, so hold on a second. All right. So when you are doing the steps, manifesting a conversation, you're already probably commenting on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube videos that they put out. You want your comments to stand out a little bit because you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, you're sexy, you're hot. Everybody's doing that. I may hit the like button on it, but that ain't going to get me to message you. Even if you are the first one who does that, absolutely every single time I post a video, a Facebook post, or an Instagram post, I'm not. I am legitimately not going to be like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just going to maybe heart it because I do try to respond to everybody. The second thing is if you are going to make a comment stand out, listen to what they're saying. When you read that post, take something out of that post and comment about it. Don't go, well, why did you say this? Why did you say that? What does this mean? See, you made this comment. Can you clarify it a little bit more for me? That's going to be something they're going to look at. Can't guarantee they're going to clarify it, but they're going to notice it. The next thing is if you are commenting on YouTube videos, the same thing. Listen to their video and see something. If they got a haircut, hey, I noticed you got a new haircut and I loved when you talked about this. That, makes you such an amazing person. It's one of the reasons I adore you. You want to praise them. Everybody wants to be praised. Everybody wants to be raised up. So manifesting a celebrity is imagination, thoughts, and words. But you want to take imagination out of this equation and let your thoughts and your words create that imaginal picture. I'm not going to be imagining my celebrity crush standing in the door with the hand on the door jamb going, what are you doing? I'm not going to imagine my celebrity crush, hands on the door, going, oh, Susie, you're the hottest woman in the world. That's just not reality. I am going to think, what do I do to enrich their lives? I am an amazing cook, so when they're on set, they can come home to a nice meal. They don't always have to go out when they are in another country or doing interviews across the world because I'm there cooking for them. I'm a great listener, so they can tell me their hopes, their dreams, what they're frustrated about. I'm trustworthy, so I'm not going to blab to the whole universe, hey, my celebrity crush just told me that he really hates when you guys all do this, because that's going to make them close the door and walk away from you. When you are manifesting, any tools, techniques, and tips can work as long as you're saying they're working. The reasons I would do these is, one, I'm building faith, that I have faith to create this. And I'm not allowing distance, I'm not allowing time, and I'm not allowing circumstances to interfere in my bubble. My bubble obviously is different than a lot of people's because I always get what I want. It is my default. My daughter says I really am spoiled rotten because I always get what I want. I wanted an iWatch, and she said, we'll get the GPS one, or the one that Bluetooths, to my phone. And I get to the store, and we go to get the iWatch, and they're like, we don't sell that one anymore. They stopped making it. So my iWatch is the cellular version, which is what I wanted. And because I am spoiled, she tells me I always get what I want. So you have to assume that for some reason you always get whatever you want. So I assume I can easily manifest my celebrity crush. I assume I have qualities that they are going to love and adore. I assume that somehow, some way, the minions are going to move the universe to create this for me. So my assumption, my yes, my I don't know how, but it happened, are going to be the keys. Because the more you persist, you can create this. Everybody says, if I get a shout out from PewDiePie because he's got 100+ million subscribers, I'm going to go big on YouTube. PewDiePie will tell you that's not true. And the reason it's not true is because you have to be able to keep their attention. So if they are very big in a charity, find out about that charity. If they are very big into a specific sport, learn that sport, because it gives you something to connect with them on. PewDiePie can give me a shout out, but if I can't keep your attention, you may subscribe, but then all of a sudden I have 1 billion subscribers, and then I'm back down to 3 because I lost your attention. The idea is you have to focus this in a precise way, just like a surgeon would doing surgery. You are 100%, they love me, they love me, they love me. I know they're in love with me. I don't know why they're in love with me, but they are in love with me, and you persist in that assumption. And then I don't know how we connected, but we did. Isn't it wonderful we connected? I think it's awesome we connected. And thank the minions for everything that they're delivering to you. You cannot manifest anything by walking around saying it's not working. Y'all know that by now. And the more you say it's not working, it's not going to work. So when you are manifesting anything, all of these work. The reason I use praise, yes, and I don't know how, is because it's out of my comfort zone. And if I'm using those phrases, I don't have to figure out anything. Scripting is not something I would recommend in this situation, and imagination, because you are only scripting one way, maybe two. So you're scripting the scene at the door that I described. You're scripting a dinner. You're scripting the balcony scene in Paris, but yet you don't believe it. And because you don't believe it, you're asking why it doesn't work. if you go very general, very basic, something I comment on their Facebook, their YouTube, or their Instagram stands out and it causes them to reach out to me. I don't know how it happened, but it did. And then don't censor your words. Be natural, be real, be 100% you. Because what is going to keep that person is you and the characteristics and the qualities that you are bringing to the table that enrich their life. Celebrities are easy, guys, because most of them marry a nobody. Literally, most of them marry a nobody because they want some sort of a normal life. Celebrities love Halloween because they put on a mask and they can go out in public and they can interact with you and their kids and their families and their nieces and nephews and cousins without being, oh my God, she's trick-or-treating at my house. We have a mask on so you don't know it's us. That's how they go out in the world and be normal. You have to have an attitude of, if I'm going out to dinner with them, we get to enjoy our dinner. There's a story that came out of Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes was in a restaurant eating pizza with his girlfriend. They left him alone. Nobody got up and said, can I have your autograph? Nobody asked him about the game. Nobody talked to him about football. They allowed him to enjoy his dinner. Then, apparently, he bought everybody in the restaurant's dinner, and when he left, he thanked them all for allowing him and his girlfriend to enjoy their meal. You can manifest that as well because you say, people love seeing us out in public, but they keep their distance. I don't know how they keep their distance when we're eating a meal, but they do. You're not going to get it 100% of the time, and you cannot blow up at that person. So there's a lot of things in manifesting a relationship with a celebrity. It's like going out with a town celebrity in public. We talked about it in high school, and this is a perfect example. You had the girl who dated the entire football team. So you walk into a bar, and you are with your specific person, and if you dated every guy in that bar, they're going to talk to you. Somebody's inevitably going to bring up, oh, dude, you're just the next notch on our belt. It's the little Corvette song. You are just another notch on the belt. You don't want to be that notch, so you need to have a life that's going to balance in their life. You need to take interest in the things that they are doing, because when they are sounding stuff out, you want to be their sounding board. You want to be the one who goes, well, you know, babe, I love you, but I really don't think you should do that event because that event goes against the charity that you have been promoting for so long. And they're going to look at you and go, oh, you got my back. John Schneider and the Osmonds John Schneider created Children's Miracle Network. He needed help in launching it and getting it across the world. So he did Children's Miracle Network, and he took it to the Osmonds. He took them a pitch, which created this amazing charity that helps people, and the money that is raised in my community stays in my community. The money raised in your community stays in your community. So yes, big cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, New York may raise more money than my small town does. But he created it to not just help the bigger cities. The smaller towns still got assistance by what was donated there. So when you are looking at things that the celebrity does, because you're researching them to death, you're following them like glue, no, you're not going to be attached at the hips. There are going to be times where they are flying across the world doing a promotional because their new movie is opening up. And you don't want to do 29 cities in 31 days. So you're going to stay home and they're going to be gone for 30 days. So you need to be self-sufficient. You need to have your own ideas, your own things to do, your own friends that enrich both of your lives. So I could still coach people and be married to a celebrity. I would just have to be careful that I didn't tell all of my coaching clients intimate deals of our relationship. I would be able to talk about things that I could make sure, are public knowledge. We have an amazing relationship. He bought me flowers. He lost a bet. Those are things I could easily talk about. But I wouldn't want to be talking about the intimate details of our sex life. I wouldn't want to be talking about intimate details of a movie. I would not want to be talking about our fights, because a simple little fight that he and I had would blow up into front page CNN, MSNBC, and all of the other shows that are doing on celebrity gossip. I don't want to be talked about on Good Morning America or the NBC Today show if I am being talked about that. So I'm going to clean up whatever I do. So when I talk about Jared, it's things that I can discuss publicly. It's nothing that's going to breach his confidentiality. When I talk about the two guys that I'm dating, and I understand I get the three mixed up, I don't blab it out there because they've asked me not to. I talk about the fact that we're friends, that we have a great relationship. I talk about things that I can talk about with my best friend. But I'm not going to tell my best friend how many times a day I have sex. I'm not going to tell my best friend how many times a day he burps, if he farts, because those are things that don't need to be discussed anyways. I'm sure as the heck not going to say the love of my life is a slob and I'm his housekeeper, because I'm going to create that. So your story needs to be simple, specific, and then you need to go general, manifest in steps, and use yes, I don't know how, but it happened, and you also need to praise them. So if you're mentally talking to them in your head, why did you have a good day? Why did you sleep well? Why is everything always working out for you? Why does the press love you and report amazing things about you? Those questions are raising them up, and if we're all one consciousness, they're mentally getting it. Praising them. You look great. Oh my God, you're gorgeous. I love that new haircut. That jacket you picked out looks beautiful on you. You are so smart. You're successful. You're funny. You're talented. Anybody would be proud to be with that person who is raising them up. If you have a specific charity that you truly, truly believe in, talk to them about why this charity would be good for them to get involved in. Things that you can do to raise them up, make them look like an even better person, are going to be what you do to keep them. So mentally do that now. But don't imagine the bedroom scene. You can imagine the cup of coffee in the kitchen where you're sitting on the counter and you're having a meal with them and you're cooking together. But those things that you're talking about, praise them. Literally praise them. You're a great cook. I love that you cook for me. You are a great person. You're beautiful, charming. When you get in that silly mode, it just blows my mind and it makes you so much more attractive to me. There's a million ways you can say, I love you, I want to be with you, without saying, I love you, pick me. I love you, pick me. I love you. You're an amazing person. I love you. What you do for this charity is awesome. I love you because you reach out to your fans. I love you because you are reading and responding to your fans. Those things you're doing naturally, so put them in a forward focused motion. But take out the time, the if, the when, the how, and use your words and your thoughts in a smarter direction, focusing forward, always knowing that you're coming from the end, that you are in an amazing relationship with this person. And here's the thing, it's no different than any other Tom, Dick, or Harry that you are trying to manifest. You want to do the same things, whether it's a celebrity, a person that you know that you see at the grocery store and you're like, man, I'd really like to date that person, a coworker. your boss, anybody you have the hots for, you can manifest them simply by saying, I don't know how, but I got them. I don't know how, but we have this amazing relationship. And that one phrase is going to manifest it simply because you're letting the minions do their job and you're not telling them how. You guys have an absolutely amazing day. Subscribe, hit the like button if you like this video, and tell me, as always, why what I'm sharing with you is drastically changing your life for the better.